Welcome to NFL Primetime, presented by Jameson. Must be a Jameson. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome to Vision Saturday NFL Primetime. Glad you could be with us. Chris Berman along with Booger McFarland and number one seeds at long last springing into action against a couple of upstarts. Would there be rust? Would there be upset? We didn't know what to think.
Yeah, unlike the two teams, Boom, I like a little rest. I like to come in fresh.
Well, you're fresh. I got that. Although we worked every night of the week last week, it seemed like. And so, like we said, would there be rust on the teams that really, and they sat out players the week before, both Baltimore and San Francisco. They had the bye week, and then they had clinched their division against teams that had just come flying into the playoffs. One thing's for sure. Niners, Packers, it just reeks of playoff history. We're not talking ancient history. Only go back about 30 years with Brett Favre and the then young, and that's Mike Holmgren, young, longtime Niner offensive assistant under Walsh and Seifert. And that's Favre, Chewy and Keith Jackson. And then, of course, after the Packers won the first three times they played, Steve Young to Terrell Owens, the catch-2 in Holmgren's last game as a Packers coach before he went to Seattle. Then it was a lot of San Francisco winning. Colin Kaepernick, the playoff record for quarterbacks rushing 181 yards. That was en route to their Super Bowl year that they ended up losing to Baltimore, and young Aaron Rodgers had a tough time beating the San Francisco 49ers. This would be the 10th time they played in the playoffs, the most of any matchup, any time. So what would happen? Two great friends. I mean, they're no greater friends. Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur. It was a hard rain, gonna fall, babe. A Bob Dylan game. Brock Purdy, Jordan Love. What would happen? Like last week, Booger. Packers win toss, keep ball, 3rd and 6. Love to Romeo Doubs, flag on Ambry Thomas.
Yeah, it was the right call. He was going to the corner route and Thomas grabbed him.
So could they make the 49ers pay? 3rd and 8. Travarius Ward had a nice season. Knocks the ball away. Packers kick field goal. 2 rookie kickers. Remember that in this game. 3-0 Green Bay. Then Purdy to Deebo Samuel. Whoa. Just a 9-yard game, but he's slow to get up. Deebo, hurt in this game, took a big shot. Medical said never would return, shoulder injury.
Yeah, got hit in the head and the shoulder, went in the blue tent, Boom, and that would be the last we see of Deebo Samuel.
So that's a big loss. He's been hurt in and out this year and would not return. So the Packers up 3-0 with the ball. Love. Doubs, this is kind of like the Dallas game. I know it's slippery field, Booger, with the rain. Out to the 33.
Yeah, but there's no excuse for that. You come out in pregame warm-ups, change your cleats. He slipped, easy catch.
Now 4th and 1. The tush push, but they don't run this much, and they didn't get it.
Only ran it 5 times all season. Boom, they converted 4, but they wouldn't convert this one. The 49ers got a lot lower. Big play by Dre Greenlaw.
Depending what sideline you were on, the expressions of the coaches were slightly different. And so, turn the ball over on downs. Niners now, 3rd and 5 next drive. And who do you go to? One of your Pro Bowl, one of the best players in football, George Kittle. In the end zone, touchdown. Packers had the advantage at this point, but it's 7-3 San Francisco. Then, Packers drive. Love to Jaden Reed, and he's wide open. Were they looking at the Cowboy film? What was going on?
Early on, the Packers and Matt LaFleur were dicing the 49ers defense up.
27-yard gain. Now Love escapes that pass rush of the Niners. The Doubs, the catch along the sideline inside the deep red zone. Nice play.
Yeah, lovely play.
Gain of 22. Now, Love, here comes the rush. Look out. Off the back foot. And that's, it doesn't work. Obviously out of the end zone. Field goal good. 7-6. San Francisco leads. Purdy. Juwan Jennings. Last 34 seconds of the half. Gain of 5. 10 seconds left in the half. Jake Moody. 48, and he's in a bad mood. Kind of blocked by Colby Wooden. It wouldn't work. And the score remains 7-6. Niners up. It didn't feel that way, but they're up.
Not at all.
Under 10 to go in the 3rd now. Rain stopping some, but mostly wet. Love. Looking for Bo Melton. Flag on Thomas again.
And that was a good call, Boom.
41 yards, Boog. Now, Love. Bo Melton, ladies and gentlemen. Bo knows touchdowns. 13-7 Pack.
Love the play call. Fake the bubble screen. Inside guy goes up. Easy touchdown. And good job getting both feet down. Nice throw by Love.
Now, Niners trailing, 3rd and 6, 0-29. Purdy to Kittle, and he is great at yak. Yards after catch. Breaks the tackle of Jonathan Owens. Kittle powers up to the Packers 39. A lot of big plays in this game. And now, where's Christian McCaffrey been? Oh, here he is. What? And he makes the move here. He could go 39 yards for the touchdown. 14-13 San Francisco.
Amazing what happens when they start running the football.
Keyshawn Nixon. Nixon's the one. And he's going to return it from the one. This is a gamble. No, it's not. I am the kick returner. Nixon. Here he goes. Makes the, oh, it's a fumble. But Eric Wilson, a very presidential play. Nixon and Wilson. Wilson falls on the ball, Johnny on the spot.
At this point, Boom, you thought the ball was going to bounce the Packers' way all night.
Yeah, you did. And then Love to Tucker Kraft. Love a guy in the land of cheese named Kraft playing for Green Bay, and it's 21-14 after they get a 2-point conversion. Now, Love for Kraft. Uh-oh, not enough cheese on this. Dre Greenlaw intercepts it. Running. Whoop. I'm going to do this. No, watch this. I'm going back this way. Doesn't matter. Interception. Niners kick field goal. 21-17. Under 10 to go. Pack. Shadow of their own goal. Aaron Jones, over 100 yards for the 5th straight game. Way over 100 with this run. 53-yard play. I mean, I know the field's slippery, but there's huge plays, Booger.
And they ran the ball all night against this 49er defense. Matt LaFleur had a great game plan.
Anders Carlson. Now he's hit so far, but no from 41. Oh, you had a feeling this might be huge. He's missed extra points and field goals this season. 13 kicks. Purdy, Brandon Ayuk, makes the catch, gain of 10. That's a beautiful play.
Really tough catch there, Boom. Going to the ground, holding it in. Nice ball.
3rd and 1. McCaffrey, he's in. John Lynch, the GM, your old teammate, up there. Looks like it's snowing, doesn't it? I mean, it's not. 24-21 Niners. Packers, ball. Jordan Love. Chance to etch his name on top of last week's win in Dallas to playoff history for the Pack to Luke Musgrave. Gain of 3, timeout Pack. But the very next play, they got time. Just under 50. Throwing across the field, and it's Greenlaw again. And he's good at, hey, you might as well run down the clock yourself. Well, we don't see it all. Trust me, 2 picks and like I said, 2 great friends after one of the very few nail-bite games that we've had thus far in the playoffs. The Niners, #1 seed, took the Packers' best blow, and you saw the stat. Kyle Shanahan, such a great coach, but trailing in the 4th quarter, 5 or more points in his run here, was 0-30. As soon as you saw it on the screen, he's now 1-30. As the Niners win it, McCaffrey's touchdown does it. He's with, right after the game, our Lindsay Theory.
When you score the go-ahead touchdown, take me through that play.
It was really well blocked. We got in a short yardage run, and whole right side did a great job of making a big hole, and it was just my job to find it, make one miss, and I'm just proud of our team and the way we fought today.
From the sideline, what did you see there on Dre Greenlaw's interception to seal the win?
That's just Dre making plays. He's such a great player for us, stepped up when we needed him most. I just like to see him get down a little earlier, though, but that's his mentality.
And then late in the game, just tell me about your guys' mentality on the sideline, what you guys were saying to each other to come from behind.
What a guy right here, what a guy. This team didn't blink. We didn't know what kind of game this was going to be, but this is playoff football, and you got to expect a dogfight, and I think our team's prepared for that. I don't think we executed the way we wanted to, but I love the way we fought and found a way to win at the end.
Some of the mistakes we made to overcome, like it was a gut check for everybody, and couldn't be more proud of the people in there and just how they persevere. I don't know yet. I mean, it's he tried to come back, couldn't do it. I know he did something similar versus Cleveland, so we'll see tomorrow.
So the Niners, you can't knock them out of this round, although the Packers came close. 7 straight divisional wins, 19th NFC Championship game. That is the most. That being said, it took a while, but the biggest names, when you needed them the most, and we know a lot of the big-name Niners, of course, Pro Bowl, all-pro players, they rose to the top at the very, very end in the slop.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boom. And the first half didn't go according to plan. Green Bay dominated the first half, kicking 2 field goals, turning the ball over on downs. But then in the second half, when the 49ers had to get the thing going, Boom, it turned into the Christian McCaffrey show. They got the football to their playmakers. First, a big catch by Kittle. Then Christian McCaffrey running the ball. And that's what this team is built on. They are built on running the football. Christian McCaffrey pounding up in there, getting a tough yard. Boom, he's their best player. He's the best player on offense. And in crucial times, you don't call plays, you call players. And Kyle Shanahan did a really good job of calling CMC's number.
You know, midway through the third quarter, which obviously is a lot of football to go, he only had a 2,000-yard all-purpose yard guy plus. He had 50 yards. It was, are we not getting the call? Is it play call away from him, or was it a bad feel? Were the Packers, look, at times that Packers defense this year has been what's wrong with them. We certainly haven't been able to say that lately. What was the difference later?
To me, the difference was Kyle Shanahan committing to running the football with Christian McCaffrey. Early in the game, they were trying different things, Debo, and then in the second half, they tried running the football with Jennings. There was some shotgun runs. In the end, just line up, put him in the eye, turn around, hand him the football, and let him come downhill. Make a commitment to running the football the old-fashioned way, in the eye, down the hill. And Christian McCaffrey had great vision. He talked about it. The right side of the offensive line opened the hole. He had to make one guy miss. So it was the commitment to the run by Kyle Shanahan.
Brock Purdy, the eyeball, the numbers will be fine. And look, it's raining. It's easy for us to sit here in a dry studio and say, what's off? 23 of 39, 252. But he looked somewhat off.
Yes.
But when they needed him the most, what did you see in him late that we didn't see early?
Yeah, early in the game, you're right, Boom. He was off. He was missing throws behind. Maybe it was the wet ball. He started the game with the glove on, took it off.
Right.
But in the end, Brock Purdy showed up. When there was a gotta-have-it drive, he was consistent, Boom. And this is what you call pressure. Some people rise up with pressure. Some people fold under it. Brock Purdy didn't have a good day, but in the pressure drive, a gotta-have-it drive, he was consistent, accurate, scrambling, moving in and out of the pocket, Boom, even using his legs, making plays. And this is the guy that Kyle Shanahan committed to. When he said, I need a quarterback that can make this team a playoff and a championship winning team because my quarterback can make really good decisions. Brock Purdy, on that game-winning drive, made really good decisions. He made the throws when he had to.
And look, Niners defense stepped up with Greenlaw. They have some really good players. But look, let's switch to the Pack for just a minute, and we'll get back to the Niners for 1 second. That 2nd and 21, and then that was the pass interference, and then they scored a touchdown. Bo Mel. I thought Love and the Packers, again, played beyond what we thought they would do. Against Dallas, I mean, it was ridiculous how good they were. This team, wow, youngest team in football.
Youngest team in football, Boom, and they're going to look back and they're going to rue the first half because they dominated the first half. They went into halftime down 7-6, and they were dominant. They only kicked 2 field goals. They turned the ball over once on downs, and so they lost this game in the first half because in the second half, they ran the football. Aaron Jones was running up and down the field, and you could see Jordan Love start to get more confident. The kicker, rookie kicker, you talked about it, is going to come back to haunt him, and he did. But if you're a Green Bay Packer fan, you have to feel really, really good about where your team is headed. A young team that went toe-to-toe with a perennial powerhouse in the 49ers, and I think they served themselves well.
You know, real quick, you know, the Niners got crunched by Baltimore. I mean, that's old news now. And then we beat Washington on the road to win the division, and then we kind of didn't see them for a bit. Was it rust today a little bit? A little bit of rust, Boom. When you haven't competed in a while, oftentimes it takes a while to get the competitive juices flowing. And I think you couple that with Green Bay came out with a great game plan, and I think that's what you saw in the first half. Even though they didn't play bad, they were still up at halftime 7-6. But they can't play this way and beat either one of the teams that they're going to play next week. Well, you know, Russ would be a question on the other side of the ledger because the other number one will be the Baltimore Ravens, who just rolled with the best record of football, 13-4. But in came Houston off of their huge win and really a playoff win the week before that. But home in Baltimore, the Ravens, when would they get it revved up in the big crab cake? Well, they're crowned on a cold day in Baltimore in the 20s. I know compared to Kansas City and Buffalo, which we've seen, it may not have been that cold, But here come the Ravens, and here comes young C.J. Stroud. Set all sorts of rookie And remember, at the national championship game, John Harbaugh saw brother Jim. Here's Jim Harbaugh seeing brother John. Brotherly love. Not brotherly shove, the brotherly love. Lamar Jackson, presumed MVP. Well, running, it wasn't like 2019. But when he ran on this day, Houston had problems. 9-yard pickup, Justin Tucker, that goes in the middle of a tuning fork. I mean, not even the middle of the uprights, middle of a tuning fork.
Oftentimes you use the word GOAT, it's overused, not with him, Boom.
Yeah, 3-0 Baltimore. C.J. Stroud. Oh, almost picked off by Kyle Hamilton, the safety, the Pro Bowl safety with the tip. Couldn't come down with it, but Houston gets a field goal, 3-3.
Yeah, and early on, Stroud was just a little bit off. That ball got tipped.
Next drive, Baltimore. Lamar dropping back. Oh, he can do this. Look out. He's looking behind him. He's not going to catch me. Up to the 47-yard line of Baltimore. Now, 3rd and 5, same drive, second quarter. 17-yard line. Look out. Whoop. Down to the 2. And now second and goal. Lamar. Oh, you got Ricard going to the right. No, I'm going to throw it back this way to Nelson Aguilar, 10-3 Ravens.
Really good, nice play action pass out of a heavy run formation to find Aguilar.
Next drive, Houston, 3rd and 1. Devin Singletary. Kyle Van Noy picked up in September, started playing in October. What a huge season he had.
Yeah, outstanding pickup for them.
And now the Texans forced to punt. But then the Ravens forced to punt. And this was low. And when Tyler Ott, 69, is the first guy down there, that's a great job by him. But he's the long snapper. So Steven Sims from Kansas, carry on, my wayward son. There'll be a touchdown when you are done. 67 yards for the Ravens special teams. You never see that against Baltimore. Tied at 10. Stroud, Nico Collins. The season, these youngsters just growing before our eyes, both of these games. Next play at the 47. Stroud, Collins, down to the 31. Jaime Fairbairn kicked a field goal earlier, had a great year from the Ponahoe School. President Obama's high school in Honolulu. But that didn't make the field goal go in, so we're tied at 10. Late second quarter, but a 10-10 game. Houston in. Jackson. Blake Cashman. So the Ravens thought maybe they could get into field goal range because they got the best kicker. They lose 9. How about another one on 2nd and 19? Hey, you know what? Let's call it a half.
Yeah, how about another blitz by the Houston Texans? They came after Lamar Jackson big time on that drive.
So wait a minute. The Niners are up 1 at the half. The Ravens are tied at the half against these upstarts. Really? Is this really going to happen? Well, it's likely that the Ravens would get going in the second half. Jackson to Isaiah likely. Down to the Houston 27. Then Lamar. I'm going to take off. He hesitated, not designed, but with him, it all looks designed, doesn't it? In for the touchdown, 17-10 Baltimore.
Great adjustment at halftime against the blitz. We're going to run the quarterback on a design quarterback run.
Coach Harbaugh breathing a little easier. 4th and 1. Jackson runs left. Oh, what a beautifully set up play. They had the flow going right, ran left.
Fake the power behind Ricard. Jackson bootlegs out. Stanley in front. Tremendous play call.
Picked up 14. Now 3rd and 2. Justice Hill. Justice served for 3 yards. First down. 2nd and 1. 4th quarter, same drive, Jackson, and likely they're going to take a 2-touchdown lead. Isaiah Likely, beautiful pass, 24-10.
Yeah, Bowman, we've seen this play before. Monday night against the New Orleans Saints. This is a Greg Roman play by Todd Monken. He brought it back.
The Roman candle still burning. Now, might as well, they all work. Stroud dropping back, and now Baltimore up by 2 touchdowns. You know what that defense, they're breathing.
Yeah, the snowball is coming downhill now, Boom.
And the Texans forced to punt. Now, Hill. And here's that Ravens running game. Other than Lamar, they got plenty of runners. They love to block that way, 14 yards. Dalvin Cook. And I thought Troy had a great line. He hadn't seen a hole like this all year. Of course, he was with the Jets.
Yeah.
And down to the Houston 27. And then snow showers bring Zay Flowers. Gain of 11 yards. Ravens moving, and they're happy to eat up some time. 2nd and 5. Oh, you're going to eat this up. There we go. And look, like Bo Jackson, I'm gone. I'll see you. I got something to do. How you doing down there? Oh, no, I am going to come back because this is really fun. And the Ravens go on with a huge second half, 24-0 over Houston. Much respect from the, quote, veteran, Lamar, and C.J. Stroud. Oh, they're dancing on the ceiling.
I would pray money and pay a lot of money to see you dance like that.
No. Coach Harbaugh's in great shape. Just because we're both in our 60s, don't confuse the two of us.
You can cut a rug too, bro.
Yeah, cut a rug as long as I have scissors. And so the Ravens, as we said, with the huge second half, they're moving on emphatically, though Houston gave them all they could handle. And so Baltimore, 10-1 down the stretch until the game when they rested, folks. They come back flying. Lamar ran for 100. Again, throwing numbers don't tell what he does. 152, and the Ravens had 66 more running from Hill. Baltimore moving on for another home game. Lisa Salters with Lamar Jackson.
The first half seemed to be a little bit of a struggle offensively. What changed coming out of the locker room?
We studied those guys like no tomorrow. We had the bye week, but we still stayed locked there and focused. And I just believe just because, we haven't been in a game atmosphere in a week, and it just started off slow first half, but second half, we dialed up and we started connecting.
Sometimes in game, you definitely want to sit back and watch Lamar be Lamar, but he shows day in and day out that he is the MVP in Lamar Jackson. So, definitely having the blessing of the MVP on our team in the playoffs, it's hard to stop.
He a magician. Like, you're going to see him there, then he's going to see him in the end zone. So, I call him a magician because you never know where he's going to be.
I thought Lamar was going to play great, but he's played great all year, and just now it's more important than ever. He's been locked in from day one. That's his term, and we've all kind of ran with that, and I think he's directed this whole thing. But like he said, we got more work to do.
Man, I'm proud of our guys. All right, I told the guys keep their head up. I'm proud of them for the entire year. Right, this wasn't our moment right now. This wasn't our time right now. We didn't get it done, but I'm proud of each and every coach and player in the locker room, right, for what we've accomplished throughout the entire year, how we grew throughout the entire year, and I'm proud of our guys.
I think D'Amico hit on the nail. Our future's bright, man, but these type of losses suck, That's a great Ravens team over there, and they deserve to win. And it's tough to just, get embarrassed like that. But definitely, I think our future definitely is bright.
Now, the score embarrassed, but they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Houston's on the map for a long time. They began the season in Baltimore. They ended it there, but Baltimore's the best record in football. So kudos to Houston and what they were able to do and rolling on, rolling this far for Baltimore. So, Lamar, we could start with that.
Yeah.
So, Lamar Jackson, we've said it on this show like every month. I don't know that we've seen his ceiling this year yet. And really by that, it was like the running more than, okay, he could pass. I mean, he had the 5 touchdowns against Miami, but running, when you play against him, are they design runs? Are they takeoff runs? And so I'm not saying he bailed the team out, Booger, but 100 yards rushing, where I think he only had that once more this year, he can just win games so many different ways, and we haven't seen all of them yet.
No, Boom, you haven't seen all of them. And we've talked about it on this show. When does Superman have to put the cape on? Mm-hmm. Is he going to wear it the entire movie, or is he going to go in for those special scenes and those special moments and put the cape on? And the playoffs were one of those special scenes and those special moments, and you saw in the second half. Houston came out early, especially blitzing Lamar Jackson. And the adjustment at halftime was, we're going to run our quarterback on some design runs. We're going to counter the blitz with short passes, design runs, and allow Lamar Jackson to get the ball out of his hands, because when he's making quick decisions, the blitz can't get to him. And so for Lamar, this was one of those moments, Boom, where not a lot was going right, especially early on, except him and his legs, and they were trying to come after him and take the ball out of his hands. But I thought Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator, made a great adjustment at halftime, running Lamar design runs. You saw some naked bootlegs. Yeah. They allowed him to make plays, and in crunch time, which the playoffs are, you got to get the football to your best players, and Lamar was absolutely spectacular.
He might do it by throwing the next time, but we know that he can do both.
Yes.
Let me put this up. Let's put this up here for a minute because, the clock is still ticking here. By a quarterback in the postseason, admittedly they play more games now than before, but Lamar almost 500 yards now. Steve, our great friend and longtime ESPNer, and, oh, by the way, Hall of Fame quarterback Niners, almost 600. But then Russell Wilson, Colin Kaepernick, we saw him earlier in the show. Josh Allen, as we speak, hadn't played this game yet against the Chiefs. Oh, by the way, John Elway, pretty good names on that list, and Lamar has more games to come, at least one, if not two. So, look, Baltimore defense, they led in so many categories, fewest points scored against, the most sacks, we could go on, the turnover ratio, the best. They only gave up 3 points, okay? I mean, there was a return for a punt and waiter. That's unlike the special teams of Baltimore to have a hiccup. But they only gave up 3 points in the playoffs. And they didn't lead until the second half. Yeah. What did they do to change Houston's fortunes?
Well, it's amazing how some of the old formulas when I played are still now they're tried and true. The first thing a defense has to do is stop the run. Take away the other team's run game and make them one-dimensional. I thought Baltimore did a really good job of that all day. They were going to put the game on the rookie quarterback, C.J. Stroud. They literally dominated the run game. Houston could not run the football. And then, boom, once the run game couldn't get going, they slowly started to bring that snowball downhill on C.J. Stroud. And when they got up 7, then they got up 14, and then you knew it was like an avalanche coming downhill. So the way they play football, they make you one-dimensional. Defensive coordinator Mike McDonald does a really good job. He's made Jadeveon Clowney have a rebirth, maybe his best year as a pro.
Right.
How he's playing. That and those two linebackers. When you talk about Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen, you talk about the safety Kyle Hamilton. He puts players in really good position to make plays. And I thought today, taking away the run game and then making the rookie quarterback feel just a little bit uncomfortable in that building against that defense, and it showed a little bit. He'll be a lot better off for it later on down the road in his career.
Be fine.
But today, he felt a little uncomfortable with that Raven defense.
You play the Ravens. I'm not saying they're the only physical team in football, but there's nobody more physical.
Exactly.
Would you agree with that?
Completely agree with. No
okay,
problem.
So you play that, you know that's coming. You know that if you're defending Lamar, are you defending the pass, you're defending the run, or are you defending an ad lib? So it's kind of one of three, and now all of a sudden a downfield passing game. So and whoever comes out of Kansas City, Buffalo will be my goodness, a worthy opponent. 2 cold games in a row coming into the crab cake. That will involve a lot.
That's going to be a tough ask.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
So
why don't we give you time for just what everybody's waiting for, your ESPN Bet top performers for today. Lamar and Justice Hill, obviously great on the ground against the Texans. Romeo Doubs, most receiving yards of any player today, where for Arkell, he was omnipresent. Juwan Jennings came up big without Debo in the second half, but the Niners needed him to help win the game. ESPN Bet, the official sports book of ESPN. Download and sign up today. What a play. All right, so we go from a play to what a player.
Yeah.
Game ball. Who are you looking at, Booger?
Hey, boom, I'm going with the linebacker from the 49ers, Dre Greenlaw, boom. If you don't know his story, look it up. Went to the University of Arkansas, drafted, I think, in the 5th round, boom. He was homeless growing up, got adopted when he was 14 years old. Absolutely outstanding. When you talk about a guy that's taking advantage of his opportunity. 3 career interceptions, boom. He had 2 today. Talk about coming up big in the biggest moments. And I know they told him to get down at the end of the game, but that's just how he plays. He only knows one way, and that's 100 miles an hour.
You know, I went to talk to Lamar last week, and he was just so comfortable about everything, and I don't mean overconfident, just such at ease and at peace and happy with the way the team was moving. We saw nothing to change it today. Ran for 2, threw for 2. He gets my game ball, and you know what he has now done that no quarterback in Ravens history has done? He has led his team not only to an AFC championship game, but one at home. Now, the last championship game was 2012, where, Joe Flacco. And they went into New England after the Denver win, and they crunched the Patriots and went on to win the Super Bowl over the 49ers for John Harbaugh. See, he didn't have to dance then.
Yeah.
First home championship game in Baltimore since the old Horseshoe Memorial Stadium, 1970. That was number 19, Johnny Unitas, to future Giants head coach Ray Perkins. And they beat the Oakland Raiders. and they went on to win what they called the Blunder Bowl in Super Bowl V. The last time Baltimore has hosted a championship game, the Baltimore Colts, and that is now coming. Whoever's coming in, that will be Kansas City or Buffalo. So look, 2 years ago, 2 number 4 seeds got to the Super Bowl, Rams, Bengals. But last year, the 2 number 1s, Kansas City and Philadelphia. These 2 number 1s had tough first halves, and in the Niners' case, tough whole games. This number 1 Baltimore looked like that team. Maybe we still can have the number 1s, but I don't know. Were you convinced, San Francisco?
It's not about being convinced, Boom. It's about winning, and they both won.
Correct.
Okay, and the 49ers can go back and say, we withstood that test and we won. Baltimore came out and looked dominant. The common denominator is they both survived, they both advanced. And now, in order to get to the chance to win a ring, they got to have one more tough game. Both of them get the game at home.
At home.
And we'll see if they can get it done.
You know, and maybe get better weather, although, look, it is January.
A little chilly.
Hello.
A little
I don't
chilly.
think they're building a dome in either San Francisco or the Crab Cake or in Buffalo, et cetera. Thanks for watching this edition of NFL Primetime. We do it again Sunday night. For Booger, I'm Boomer. See you then.